Hi, boys and girls. We're here for math, our last math lesson for this week, and it's gonna be lesson 10.4. So I want you to look for the page that says lesson 10.4, and you see a lot of food here. We can see pizza, hot dogs, and tacos. Okay. So over here, our session, the name of the lesson will be make bar graphs. I need you to make sure you are on this lesson. This is your last lesson for the pink packet, and it begins with page 593, 593. And our main question, or essential question, is how does a bar graph help you compare information? We're gonna find that out right now. And we're gonna use cubes to model the problem, color one box for each food item, and to complete the graph. So we need to color. Alright, you can use your pencil. If you have crayons, you can use your crayons. I forgot my crayons. Alright, so look at the type of foods that we have, because we're gonna see them on the bar graph. I don't know if you remember, we did yesterday. Our last lesson was about how to read them. Today, we're going to learn how to make them. Alright, so let's see what we have here. Let's take a look at this bar graph. This bar graph, boys and girls, is a horizontal bar graph. Here we have the kinds of food. The kinds of food are pizza, hot dogs, and tacos. This is the name of our bar graph, food sold at the soccer game. And this is the number of food items sold. This is how many food items were sold. How many were sold? 7. At least 7 for each of these things. Alright? Okay, so here we go. We're going to take a look at the pizza. How many pizzas do you see? We can cross them out as you count them, because this is confusing. Bunch of food. They have similar colors. So we have 1 pizza, 2 pizzas, and 3 pizzas. So we go back now, and we are going to graph our results. We have 3 slices of pizza. So you use your pencil. You can use your crayon. We're going to color three boxes. 1, this is 2, and finally 3. These are our 3 boxes to show 3 pizzas. 3 slices of pizza. Now for the hot dogs, let's see how many hot dogs. We have 1 hot dog, 2 hot dogs, 3 hot dogs, and 4 hot dogs. Alright, so I don't want you to begin over here, because if you begin from the end, the results are gonna be wrong. We must begin right over here. So we say 1, 2, 3, and 4. There are 4 hot dogs. Don't forget, you can use your crayons. I'm using my pen because I forgot my crayons. Our last type of food, boys and girls, our kind of food, are the tacos. So we go back, we're gonna count tacos. We say 1 taco, 2 tacos, 3 tacos, and 4 tacos. So we get number 4 again. And this reminds me of that song that my daughter Gabby one day came singing, and it's something like this. It's raining tacos from out of the sky, but I don't know the rest. I think she was like in 2nd grade, and she got home one day singing that song. Okay, so once again, we have 4 tacos. 4 tacos. So I want you to look at your bar graph. Your bar graph moves from the left to the right. From the left to the right. And now we probably have to answer questions about it. Make a bar graph. He says, no. I don't think we have to answer any questions. But we can see, boys and girls, that we can see that the food that got sold the least was the pizza, right? Because only three people bought pizza. And the foods that got sold the most were the hot dogs and the tacos, because they are tied with 4 of each. Alright, let's go ahead and turn the page. We're moving on to our first example. The first example, it's most of the time done for you. So here we go. We're going to take a look at... that's my lamp. We are going to take a look at flowers. Yay, I love flowers. Are there more daisies or What type of flower is this? Or sunflower. Let's call the yellow one sunflowers. Are there more daisies or sunflowers in the garden? Make a bar graph to find out. Shade a box for each flower in the picture. So this is a picture that we're gonna use, and we're gonna count daisies and sunflowers. They were sunflowers. Alright, so these are the kinds of flowers. The two kind of flowers that we are comparing are daisies and sunflowers. And over here we have a number of flowers. We're gonna have seven. Well, this is like the biggest number that you can have of flowers. 7. And like I said, these are the number of flowers, and our bar graph is titled Flowers in the Garden. Oh, I wish I could have such a cute garden. So let's see how many daisies. Let's go for the daisies first. The daisies are the flowers with white petals. So here's one. I'm sorry, flower. I don't mean to cross you out. 2, 3, and 4. We have 4 daisies. The first one is already shaded for you. So we continue. This is 1, 2, 3, and our last one is going to be 4. Alright, now we go for the sunflowers. There's nothing shaded for the sunflowers. So let's see how many sunflowers we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Wow, we have a lot to shade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Don't forget, you can do these with your pencil or with your crayons. Alright, so now we probably have to answer some questions. And there's actually one already here. There are more blank in the garden. Which one is the type of flower that we have the most of? And that's pretty easy because we have a big difference here. Big difference. So the one that we had the most or more of are actually the sunflowers, right? You can see most of the flowers are sunflowers. We're gonna copy the word sunflowers right here. It's a compound word. Sun, hours. Once again, running out of space. Alright, so let's go ahead and do our next graph. And this is our last bar graph for this page we're doing right now. Do more children write with their left hand or right hand? Ask 10 friends which hand they use, and we are going to make a bar graph. Alright, so since we don't have all of our friends here with us, I'm going to come out with our own numbers. It's well known, boys and girls, that mostly everyone in the world use the right hand to write with. So if you use this hand to write with, this one right here, the one that I use, this is your right hand. I'm going to switch hands now. Now, over here, this other hand, the one that makes a letter L, that's your left hand. And not as many people use their left hand as their right hand. Mostly everyone in the world uses their right hand to write with. So let's see, we're going to come up with our own numbers. We're going to say that 2 children write with the left hand, and we are going to say that 6 children write with the right hand. We're going to put these 2 numbers into the bar graph. So once again, you can use crayons, pencil. Number 2. This is actually 2. Two children use their left hand to write with. This is for the left. And then we can see that 6. On the other hand, 6 children use the right hand, or 6 people use the right hand to write with. 2, 3, 4, 5, and the last one is going to be 6. And we have one question to answer about this bar graph. It says, which hand do more children use to write? And we've been talking about that before. It's actually the right hand. That's the one that has the most space covered. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to copy the word right. right. Don't forget, it's the more children use. And now we can move to our next page. You probably have to turn the page or something like that. Here we go. Do children like teddy bears, blocks, probably plushies, blocks, or balls best? Ask 10 friends which toy they like best. Once again, it's such a shame that we don't have our friends with us. I love to do these lessons in class so we can all share and we can all vote for the things that we like. Well, now I need to come out with my own numbers. It's not as fun as to be in class, but I have no choice. So here we go. Make a bar graph. Write a title and labels for your graph. So we need to write a label here, and we need to write a title. It says bear, blocks, and marbles. How about if we title this graph, which one is your favorite toy? So here we go. Which one? I don't want to write too big because I want everything to fit. Which one is your, please fit, favorite toy? Which one is it? We put a question mark at the end because we don't know yet. Alright, so these are what, boys and girls? Bear, blocks, and marbles. These are toys, right? Over here, we're gonna try to spell the word toys without making a mess with my books. With my book. These are the toys. Toys. And over here, boys and girls, can be the number of children. So the number of children goes from 0 to 10. Number of, by the way, number is it's a very important side word, right? I remember when we did this side word, number of children. All right, here we go. So we need to come out with our own numbers. Once again, we're gonna say that, I'm gonna put the numbers over here so you can see them. We're gonna say that only 3 children like bears. We're gonna say that 6 children like blocks, and we are going to say that only 1 child like the marbles. The marbles are over here. So we go for the first one. The first one is 3, so we shade 3 spaces. 1, 2, and 3. And then the blocks. How many kids said they like the blocks best than the other ones? Only 6 of them. So here we go. 1, we're gonna shade 6 spaces. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And finally, for the last one, for the marbles, it was only 1. Only 1 kid likes to play with marbles. Alright, so now that we have our graph, I want you to notice how for the bear we went all the way to 3. 3 kids like the bear. The blocks we went from 1 or from 0 all the way to 6, to the end of 6. Well, actually to the beginning of 6, right? Because the end of 6 will be over here. Finally, for the marbles. Marbles, we only said 1. So as you can see, it ends here, right? Where it gets to 1. You can pause the video now and you can continue. You can copy the answers and then you can continue later. Alright, boys and girls. So we're moving down to question number 3. And question number 3 is right over here, and it asks you, which toy did the most children choose? Circle. Which of the 3 toys? Let's go back to the graph. What do you think? Which one is the longest part? You're very right, it's the blocks. So most of the children said their favorite toy was blocks. And we have another question with blocks. How many children chose blocks? We go back and we're going to count the spaces. 1 for blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Or you can see where your bar stops. You can look at the number. The number is 6, so your answer is 6. That's the number that we chose, don't forget. Alright, so here we go. We have one more question on this page. Question number 5. How are picture graphs and bar graphs alike? Well, they use a bunch of things, right? They use pictures and, well, we actually count, right? We ask questions and we count. How are picture graphs and bar graphs alike? We're going to answer this question by saying, how about if we say both? Both use information, both have pictures. But the fancy one would be that both use information. Because it's not what they have in different, it's what they have in common. Both, what was it? Both ask for information. Ask for information. Uh-oh. Oh no, this is my nightmare again. It doesn't feed. Come on. Okay, boys and girls, I'm gonna write it under on this blank space over here. Both ask for information. I'm sorry, this was the letter I. Information. Alright, boys and girls. So here we go. We're turning the page now. In here we have kind of a little quiz that I want to guide you through, but I want you to try to do it on your own. So once again, you're going to go ahead and write your name. I need you to write your name at the top of the page and also your last name. Write your name and last name at the top of the page. And do so right now before you forget, please. Alright, so we're going to use a picture graph to answer the questions. Our picture graph says, do you wear glasses? Yes? No. And don't forget that each circle stands for only one child. Alright, boys and girls, question number 1. How many children do not wear glasses? So for this one, I want you to count on the no. You're going to count on the no bar. No. How many children do not wear glasses? So you go ahead and you count the no bar and you, or the no pictures, and you write down the number. Count them, count them, count them, and then you can write down the number. Alright, that was pretty easy, so I bet all of you got it already. We're moving down to number 2. How many children wear glasses? So how many children wear glasses? For this one, we need to go to yes. Yes, I do wear glasses. So how many children? Count how many children wear glasses and you write it down. Alright, boys and girls. So this is our last question. I believe this is our last question. Use the bar graph to answer the questions. This is the ways to get to school. We can ride a car, we can ride a bike, or we can ride a bus. So how we get to school? Let's see. Let's see what are the questions. It says, how many children take the bus to school? How many children take the bus to school? The bus. 8. So that is your answer, and that was your I'm sorry, I do have another question over here. I'm sorry, I didn't see it before. It says, is this sentence true? Choose yes or no. Oh, by the way, I gave you that answer. I didn't mean to give you that answer. It's alright. Alright, boys and girls. So I want you to try to do this one on your own. I'm going to read it to you because I gave you the answer to that one by accident. It says 5 children ride in a car or ride a bike. 5 children ride in a car or ride in a bike. Let's see. Well, for bike, we only have 1. And for car, we don't have 5. Like it says here, we only have 4. So we're going to put in, no, yes, no, because this is false. No, yes, no, no. And then let's take a look at the second sentence. It says, more children go by car than by bus. Let's go back to the bar graph. more children go by bike or by car than by bus. So we're leaving the bike out and we are comparing the car and the bus. Which one is the one the most children got to school? It was bus. Bus was the lucky winner today with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or you can just go at the end and see the 8. So for this one, boys and girls, what do you think? More children go by car than by bus? More children go by car than by bus? That is not right. That is wrong. Because bus is our lucky winner right here. So most of the children, they go by bus and not by car. That's a tricky question. Our last one, our very last one. Fewest children go by bike than by car. Let's go to our graph. Which one is a greater number? Bike or car? Car is actually the greater number. So guess what? Car it's not the, it's actually winning over the bike. Winning over the bike. So once again, more children go by car than by bus. No, the last one. Fewer children go by bike than by car. So yes, it is right, because fewer children go by bike than by car. So do not forget to mark your answer, yes or no. And also for the second question, yes or no. All right, boys and girls, we're going to take a super quick look at the homework. Here we have to make another graph. It says, ask 10 friends which meal they like best. Make a bar graph. I want you to go around the house and ask your parents, ask your grandparents, your brothers, your sisters, whoever you have near you. Ask them which one is your favorite meal. Tu comida favorita. So these are the meals. We have breakfast, we have lunch, and we have dinner. And these are the number of children that you ask. Alright, so for you decide. It's up to you, up to your numbers. You're gonna color, you're gonna begin over here on this side, and you're gonna color to your right. That is your choice, the colors that you choose. Alright, boys and girls, question number 2. How many children choose breakfast or chose breakfast? So after you fill out your picture graph, your bar graph, you can go ahead and answer these questions. How many children chose breakfast as their favorite meal? Then next one over here, number 3, which meal was chosen by the most children? Which one was the one chosen by the most of the people? You go back to your graph, to your bar graph, and you look at the results. Which one is the longest bar? That's the answer for here. Question number 4. What if 10 children chose breakfast? How many children could choose lunch or dinner? So what happens if someone order breakfast? Use words to show how to make a bar graph about favorite storybooks. Okay. Okay, no, I'm sorry. I got you confused with this one. Oh, no, because I'm on number 4. Okay, so yeah. No, I'm right. I'm in number 4. What if 10 children chose breakfast? How many children could choose lunch or dinner? So this one is very tricky. Because it depends. It all depends, boys and girls. You have to interview up to 10 people. So depending on the numbers that you get. It all depends on the numbers that you get. Number 4, what if 10 children, we already did this one. We're moving down to the last one. Use words and pictures to show how to make a bar graph about favorite storybooks. So once again, over here, I want to see your bar graph. Alright, here we go. This is one of our last bar graphs, but it is the last one. Use the bar graph to answer the questions. What is this bar graph about? It says, how do you like to travel? That's what the bar graph is about. And then over here you can see ways to travel. Which are the 3 ways to travel that they're showing us right now? Train, car, and plane. These are the ones that we have. The ones that we have right now. Alright, so how many more children shows airplanes or planes than trains? Look at the empty spaces, that's the trick. You're comparing these two. So you look at the empty spaces. Or if not, you can always say 7. You can always say 7, take away 5. 7, take away 5. And the answer is the difference. Alright, boys and girls, so no more bar graphs over here. Over here, we're just reviewing. Write the number sentence that completes the related fact. So here you have 7 plus 8. You switch the items, and now you have 8 plus 7. So now over here, since we are subtracting, we're taking away, we must remember the greater number must be first. So we say 15 take away 8 is equal to 7. We're going to write one more subtraction fact right here using the numbers 15, 8, and 7. Alright, so you play around with the numbers. The 15 must be the first number right here. Alright, boys and girls, we are moving to number 3. What is the sum? Use tens and ones to add. So you might want to draw a line right over here so you can add your ones and then you add your tens. And I don't know, there's no place to write your answer. Alright, so here we continue with the addition. We're going to add the tens. We are going to add the ones. So we're going to say 4 plus 2 is 6 tens, plus 3 plus 1, 1 is 4 ones. You add the numbers and hit equal, and you are done. Very good, boys and girls. I'm glad that we were able to do 2 lessons. We already did reading and spelling and phonics, language arts, and now we did our math lesson as well, 10.4, which is our last lesson for the week. What I want you to do is to take a break, look somewhere else, and when you get back, I want you to look for your social studies video for today. Alright? Okay. See you in a little bit. Bye.